Hi, David. Terrific innings. Congratulations on the win as well. That six you hit of Haris Rauf, that hit the roof. Could you kind of describe the process behind it, and also like, was it one of the most memorable sixes of your career, perhaps?
um, yeah, it's just pure instinct. I knew I faced him before plenty of times, and I think the line of length and the pace that he bowls, it's just one of those shots that at a ground like this, it's a small boundary. So you know if you get anything on it, and it's in your arc, you can just go with it. That's how I've always intended to go out and about it. And yeah, he bowled it pretty much in my arc where I wanted to bowl, or where I wanted him to bowl. So yeah, memorable sixes. No, I've hit a lot.
Alright. David, how are you feeling right now? You're off the field quite a bit, and even just now, you look a little much pain.
How are you feeling? How's your thumb?
It's better actually. Yeah, getting there, getting there.
No, I feel all right. Just cramping. You saw me go down to Melbourne. And yeah, as soon as I got upstairs, had an ice bath, and then I think it's once you have an ice bath, for some reason you start cramping. So yeah, I tried. I went out there, chased the ball to the fence, and then came back and just cramping in both adductors.
Dave, similar to Bharat's question, I guess, but four consecutive ODI hundreds against Pakistan, big triple century in a Test match. What is it sort of about this opposition that brings out the best in you?
I think sometimes you just match up well against certain teams, and you know they're going to bowl you good balls. Sometimes you're going to put away those good balls. But I think you just keep backing yourself. I don't really look at any stats, or I don't look at anything of which team I have success against or not. It just so happens to be that I've scored, as you said, four consecutive hundreds, which I didn't know about until it came up in the change room. But for me, it's going out there and just doing my best every time I go out there. And I think for me, I'll probably look at someone like Shane Shah and think, oh, he probably has my measure a little bit. But he doesn't. They're the guys that you try and watch as hard as you can. Left arm swinging at about 140 k's. It can be a difficult task to try and take on. But yeah, look, I don't really have the answer to to give you, but just go out there and try my best against each opposition.
Dave was just wondering if you could talk about the way that partnership worked between you and Mitch, and the way you fed off each other, centuries of successive balls, and he looked like he was enjoying his birthday.
Yeah, definitely. I was probably the opposite, David Goliath. But he struck the ball so well, and he was very, very unlucky. Like to get out like that is very unlucky. And he's in such a great frame of mind at the moment, and we love when Mitch is in that zone. And today his tempo was very, very good. We spoke about in the middle period there that if the spinners bowled a good over us or so, just keep looking to try and hit straight. We didn't need to play, like for me, reverse sweep him. Didn't need to lap. Just keep hitting straight down the ground, and we'll get that boundary ball because we were ahead of the game, and that's what we try and set out to do. And I think today he executed very, very well, and he was stiff to not keep going on today.
David, what was going through your mind when Paul got up and Osama Mir was sitting underneath that catch?
Nothing, to be honest. It was more slow off the wicket, and from that perspective, it was more like, I wish I just went through with a shot. But they're the ones that sometimes, they're holding the wicket. You haven't been bowled a short ball yet, so yeah, I actually didn't even see him drop it. I was behind the big bison, so I was actually not happy I didn't get a single as well. So, but yeah, no, nothing. It's how it is when you're an opening batsman. If you're going to go after it,
Mr. Warner, today was a game. It was a contrasting game for leg spinners. Osama Mir had a relatively poor game, but Adam Zampa was very good under the lights. What do you think he did well that got him the wickets that Mir couldn't do at the start of the game? What do you think Adam Zampa did well, better than Osama Mir?
I think you got two different kinds of bowlers, don't you? So one's shorter than the other. So he got a lot more skid. Um, I think with Osama, he comes over top a little bit, gets a little bit more drift, and a bit more bounce. So they're two different types of bowlers. So I think with Zamps, he just bowled stump to stump. Unfortunately for Osama, he also had a left-hander in there for the most of the innings. So it's not easy as a leg spinner to keep trying to bowl to a left-hander. And I felt like he held his length pretty well, to be honest. And when you're none for 150 or 200, like it's very challenging as a bowler. So I wouldn't discredit the way that he bowled. And Zamps just executed as well as he did so far in the tournament.
Dave, Marcus Stoinis got a couple of crucial wickets tonight and also did some good things in the field. Can you just talk us through what you thought of his game tonight, and how important is it for the sixth bowler, I guess, to be getting wickets for Australia?
Yeah, look, it's good to see Stoin charge in like he did and bowl the ball. And he knows India well. He knows these grounds very well. He knows what he has to do. And when you got someone up your sleeve that can do that, it helps a lot. And he knew exactly what he was trying to do. You saw he didn't really give the offside away much. Backed himself with there were short boundaries, but he backed himself in his skills to bowl through sort of the between shoulders and head high, and force that extra pace. And try and speed them up a little bit. So he executed very well. I know Baba played a very nice shot off him, which he was frustrated about. But it's just great to have the skill that he has with the bat and ball.
Dave, going back to that six off Harris earlier, we saw you working on that shot yesterday at training, and also your right-handed batting. Do you have a name for that sort of slog, scoop, sweep six that you play so well?
I don't know. Not sure. I think the last game, the one I hit went over square leg. It wasn't supposed to go there. Now I won't be naming any of those shots, but if you actually watch my net, I nicked off about 20 times. So I wasn't actually pleased with my net yesterday, but I batted for 2 hours, which is very rare day before a game.
And David, you spoke about Mitch Marsh and the way he was batting, but when he got to his 100, you celebrated it almost more than you celebrated your own 100. What makes him so popular, and what was that like for you in that moment?
Yeah, look, we love each other's success. Like you should be happy for your teammate. And I know he missed out on one in Africa, and he's been playing really, really well of late. So yeah, I'm so happy for him at the top of the order there, coming out and playing the way he is. But to execute that and get 100 is awesome, and that's what you do for your teammates. You'd always go into bat for him, and I was just so ecstatic for him. He's a great man to have around the change room. He's the life of the party. Brings out the best in everyone, and he's always a character, and that's what you need in teams. And in these back up against the wall games, you need that. And it was awesome for him to come out today. And on his birthday as well, he said to me today that he hasn't really scored any runs on his birthday, so he's happy about that. But yeah, I think tonight's Indian tradition, cake in the face, I think.